Hi everyone, this is AJ. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be looking at part of my DVD collection today, that being a new set of Star Trek films that I received. That being the Star Trek 1 to 10 Special Edition box set. So let's take a look at this item. Okay, so before I actually get into opening this, taking a look at it a bit more in depth, a special shout out to Matt over at Matt V's Movies, who actually done a video himself opening this, or taking a look at this from his set, and that's the reason why I went and purchased it. I was blown away by it. I am a huge Star Trek fan. I love Star Trek. Yeah, it's, what can I say, it's great stuff. Great films, great TV. Now, yeah, so Matt done this video. I saw this item, I was blown away by it. It's something I'd never actually seen before. I don't know how it sort of went off my radar, you know, never came on my radar. But yeah, so Matt himself has done a lot of other Star Trek related videos, and he's got some more upcoming very soon. So go over, subscribe to him, take a look at what he's got, all that sort of stuff. I'll leave a link in the description below. Sorry about the cough there. I've been unwell for some time now, for about 5 days, and thusly I haven't done much in the way of video recording. I've done one episode review for the latest episode of Dexter. But other than that, I haven't done nothing because I haven't felt like my voice is you can hear it in my voice. I've still got a lingering cough as well. And breathing as well is an issue. But anyway, so yeah, so I haven't done no recording or anything, so I'm going to slowly get back into it, but it will be very slowly. It's not going to be to the sort of speed that I was doing before. You know, I've got to take it a step back a bit. But anyway, so this video, this Star Trek release. So let me adjust my camera. And we'll take a look at this Star Trek 1 to 10. Now, I will say first off that this is a limited box set of 5,000 pieces. And I've got one number in 1,658 of 5,000. So, fantastic. Yes, let's adjust the camera. Okay, so let's take a look. So here we have your Star Trek box. As you can see, it's about the same size as the James Bond one that was done a while ago. That had all the Bond films in. It's very sort of similar to that. It's got like the logo down the side, all that stuff on the underside, the age rating and the ship there, and the back of the box again is that design there. Now, as you can see, there's quite a bit inside. So let's take a look. We take everything out that comes in it. So we'll have a look at that. The box itself, as you can see, is quite sturdy, quite solid. It's a nice box. Yeah, very good. Okay. So, first up, what we'll take a look at is the films themselves. So, obviously, you get a booklet, like so, a book style thing in here. And within this, you get all the 10 Star Trek films. The original cast era and the Next Generation cast. So, open it up and have a look. So, there's your first page. Once you've got your Star Treks 1 to 6s listed there. And here you have the first 2 films. So, you've got the motion picture and the Wrath of Khan. Now, as you can see, they do have a disc art, which is quite unusual for Paramount releases. On the standard releases, I don't believe they have disc art. I do have the Steelbook editions, and I have the standard sort of box set releases Blu-ray that were behind me over my left shoulder at the start of this video. They just got plain artwork on them. They're not arted like this, it's just plain blue or whatever. So these come out of these slips, and the artwork is obviously underneath as well. So you have one for motion picture and The Wrath of Khan, directed by Nicholas Meyer, who went on to direct part 6, The Undiscovered Country. So open it up, next page you get the next 4. So again, first up on this page you get The Search for Spock. That's your disc art, fantastic. And The Voyage Home, which is the most consumable of the Star Trek films, which a lot of people love. It's a good Star Trek film. It's a good Star Trek film, but for me it's probably middle. It's very dated of its time because of its setting and that sort of a thing. Of the trilogy, Star Trek 2, 3 and 4, which is considered a trilogy, Star Trek trilogy of films, it is my least favourite of those 3. On a recent rewatch, I would actually put Star Trek The Search for Spock above Star Trek 4 The Voyage Home. Like I said, this is more consumable, more fun, but this film has a lot better acted, some very emotional core to it. Anyway, so then next up we have one of the worst Star Trek films, Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier, The Search for God, and a very good Star Trek film in Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. Nicholas Meyer's return to Star Trek after directing Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, which is obviously the best Star Trek film. And then we jump into the Next Generation era. First up being Star Trek Generations, the meeting of the 2 captains, and I love this film. Out of the Next Generation era of films, it's probably my favourite. I think it's the most cinematic in the way it's shot. The colours, the lighting, all that, it's just a fabulous, fabulous film. I have no issue with the death of Kirk, with how it's handled at the end of the film, because in the context of the narrative of Star Trek, the death of Kirk is what happened at the beginning of the film when he saved the Enterprise B. In the context of the story, it's only Picard who knows about that final death. And we have Star Trek First Contact, again a very popular Star Trek film. It's a decent enough action film. There's elements of humour in it that I dislike, things that make me cringe. It also started to fall back into feeling less cinematic than what Star Trek was before. And then we come to Insurrection, which is essentially an extended TV episode. Nothing more. Very simplistic in its storytelling. It didn't really do much. Quite unmemorable. And then Star Trek Nemesis, which is a film that I need to rewatch, really. But I know that I remember they copped out with the Data death thing. They were scared to kill Data off. So they didn't essentially kill him off. They gave you this storyline that he was still alive within another android. And then flipping the page again, we're given 2 bonus discs in here. Star Trek Captain Summit and Star Trek Evolutions, or Evolutions, however you want to pronounce it, that's up to you. So that's the book for this. Fantastic, all 10 films, really nice set, it's beautiful, I love it. Now let's have a look at some of the stuff that came with this release. Okay, first up, simply because it's on top, we got a patch. Yeah, Starfleet Command, United Federation of Planets patch. Lovely. Okay, then we got this poster. Now, Matt had already sent me one of these for the post because he got 2 in his set. It's a blueprint of the schematics of the Enterprise itself, sort of thing you'd see on the console in the back of the in the back of the episode on their displays. Yeah, so fabulous, very nice. Then we have some art cards. So here's the first art card, which is from Star Trek Nemesis. Very glossy. And on the back we get some what are they called? You know, mine's drawn a blank. Sketch. Storyboarding. Yeah, storyboarding for the film. Fantastic. Just that. And on the next art card we have that there, which again I believe is from Nemesis. And again, storyboarding that is obviously that is relative to that scene within, same as that one. Very good. Next up, we have another art card of the Enterprise in Space Dock, the earlier Space Docks that he had. And again, very nice. And the storyboarding for that particular scene. Now, interestingly, the USS Enterprise is the single most ingenious design of pretty much anything. It doesn't matter which angle this ship is shot from, it looks astounding, it looks amazing. It's just, it's fabulous, fabulous design. Seriously, you hold it at any angle. If you've got a model of it, just hold it at any angle. It doesn't matter what angle you're at, it looks like a beautiful ship. And then after that we got some movie cells. A carded movie cell thing. That's the back. And you've got cells for each. One for each of the 10 films. So that's really nice as well. I don't know if that's possible to make out at all what they are through the camera. But yes, that's very nice. And then we have a booklet like this, quite a thick booklet, as you can see. A little advert leaflet thing inside, and this gives you all narrative and images. I like how the book is like sort of matte there but gloss through the middle with the writing on. Very nice. Stuff about clothing. It just goes, it's got a lot of historical making of stuff about the films in there and things like that. Goes for each film, gives a little bit about each one. All very good, all very interesting. So yeah, so that was that release of Star Trek 1 to 10. Fantastic box set. Again, thanks to Matt over at Matt V's Movies. I do have Star Trek already on Blu-ray. I have all the steelbooks for each film, and I also have these 2 releases here. Now, 1 to 4 in this set are actually 4Ks. If I can get that stickiness off. I think Star Trek 1 is downstairs. But yeah, so Star Trek 1 to 4 on here are actually the 4K releases. Because obviously they did release them a little while ago, and I did buy them. I was very unhappy with them, and thusly I sent them back. Yeah, but I've still got 4Ks in there, so where there's a will, there's a way. So anyway, yeah, that was that for that Star Trek set. Fantastic. Wonderful films. Do love them. For better or for worse, there are a couple that I can't watch, but for the most part, enjoyable. Now, I know they say that every odd Star Trek film is a bad Star Trek film. There are 10 Star Trek films. Well, 13 if you include the Kelvin timeline. There are... I don't want to do this comparison, but I don't ever compare Star Trek to Star Wars, but inevitably people do, and I love Star Wars as well. Now, there are 9 films in the Skywalker saga, plus then you've got Rogue One and Solo. So 11 Star Wars films. Now, how many of them are good? I think there's more decent Star Trek films than what there are Star Wars films. I was thinking about it. Don't know, just went on a little thought trip. Like, if I had to choose between Star Wars or Star Trek, if I had to lose one of the series, what would I lose? Like, franchises. And I'll be honest, it'd probably have to be Star Wars. I think Star Trek is a lot better. There's certainly more of it, but taking that out of the equation, I think Star Trek is a lot better. You know, you think of the prequel trilogy. There's one decent film. The original trilogy, you got 3 decent films. So that's 4 films in total there, and you got the final trilogy, which is a waste of time. Every episode is a waste of time. Force Awakens was nothing more than a remake of A New Hope, just buttered up. It was a remake dressed up as a sequel. No one liked the second one anyway, and the third one was just, again, that was just as bad. So you got 4 out of 9 films there. That's less than 50%. Decent ratio. Rogue One was very good. Solo has grown on me. So like 50% probably. But then you got Star Trek films. Alright, the first film isn't everyone's cup of tea. But on a recent rewatch, it wasn't bad. 2 is brilliant. 3 is very good. 4 is very good. 5 is rubbish. 6 is very good. 7 is very good. Generations. First Contact is very good. Insurrection, pretty bad. Nemesis isn't great. And then you got the Kelvin timeline, think of them what you will. So you got better quality within Star Trek. And I can't believe I've just gone on that little chat about that. But there you go. Tell me your opinion. Tell me your thoughts. Anyway, this is AJ. I'm getting away. Please consider hitting that subscribe button if you're so interested. And I'll be back with more. Take care all, and goodbye. See you later.